Moses was a humble man, more humble than anyone else on earth. And in fact, Moses, among all the biblical heroes, Moses is my favorite biblical hero. Leave alone Joseph, leave alone the likes of all prophets. Name them Jeremiah, Isaiah. To me, I don't know why I love Moses, but Moses was a humble man. Look, Moses was a humble man, yet he killed an Egyptian. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? He killed an Egyptian because he was fighting his fellow Hebrew man. And remember, Moses grew in the Egyptian's courtyard. He was under the Egyptian master. He grew in the royal, in the royal palace. But those are many points, folks. My chosen ones. The punchline here is that you and I, we should maintain and hold on to this virtue of humility, because God lifts the lowly, firstly. And again, when you are humble, it doesn't mean that you will allow everyone else to try you, that you will allow everyone else to dig you, that will allow everyone else to look down upon you, God loved Moses and he chose him, and he loved him the way he was. It is just like David. He was a sinner, but God loved him. So you don't have to be perfect. I am not perfect. And I don't need any man's validation or approval to do anything here on earth. As long as God brought me on earth, I'm here on a mission. And no man can stop me.
No man can stop me again.
No man can tell me anything. Only I receive orders from the Almighty, and that's it. Yes, there are people who will try you. There are people who are wicked naturally. There are people who even don't want to hear the story of Jesus, and those are the antichrists. So naturally, as long as you serve the truth, Jesus Christ, who is the truth, the way, and the life, the antichrists are your enemies. You just know that. That is a fact. I'm just being honest. All those who are antichrist are your adversaries, But remember, because you are a fruit tree, they'll always throw stones at you. So don't be bothered by the stones thrown. Moses couldn't, bear it, to see his fellow tribesman being looked down upon with some evil folks, So be encouraged and know that even though you are humble, even though humility is what we have to be as God's vessel, don't be taken for granted. Don't see your fellow faithful, brethren being taken advantage of. Don't allow it, because the Almighty God has given us power, Yes, God has given us strength. God has given us power. And God, we can do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens you, folks. So that is it. Be encouraged. I love you. God bless you.